Hello, Cellulites. Welcome into the Undead Celluloid Society podcast. Rachel is very pissed at me at the moment.
Not very. Just
Um,
stunned.
but want to first welcome you in. I'm your host, Michael,
And I'm Rachel.
and we are going to be doing something new today. First, want to apologize. We Rachel was very sick last week, so we weren't able to get together to upload a video.
And then we had technical
Then we had
difficulties the
technical
week
difficulties
before
before that.
that.
So originally we were going to do each Terrifier as an individual thing. Now we are going to do them as a retrospective, combining them together. And we had just thought we had just recorded 15 minutes of an episode, and we did not.
We did not.
That is my fault.
But
I'm really dropping the ball.
they're not really affected. Just us.
Yeah, just us. So you won't see the struggle that we have, but we'll try to recreate the magic that we just had. There was no magic. Sorry.
Michael, you're all magic.
Thank
all
you.
magic all the time.
That made me think of the SpongeBob.
Imagination.
Imagination. Anyways,
Anyway.
Terrifier. Terrifier 1. Terrifier 1. Terrifier 1. What can you say about Terrifier 1 that hasn't been said?
That we didn't just say.
That we didn't just say. Terrifier 1 is basically, if you're looking for a splatter flick that doesn't have a story and there's a lot of blood and gore, Terrifier 1 is for you, baby.
Yes, it's for you and not me.
Yeah. Rachel doesn't like these movies. I love them.
Yeah, no, I have learned that about myself this month, that I am not a gore fest person.
We love her still, but eventually we will corrupt her, guys. Don't
You
worry.
really won't. That's never gonna happen.
You like Feast.
Because it's
And that movie is
funny.
fucking gross.
Yeah, it's definitely disgusting.
The second one was worse than
I
this.
didn't like the second one.
It was worse than this, too. It was
I never
gross.
said I liked the second one though.
We were so excited to watch that too, and it
Yeah,
was
we were.
disgusting.
Yeah, no, but I
And then I
never
read the
said that I
Wikipedia
liked
plot
the
article for
second
the
one.
third one, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, no.
no.
But
I bought that movie.
That one's funny.
In
It's
parts.
hilarious.
This movie's funny.
Beg to differ. Agree to disagree.
Art the Clown is funny.
He has his moments, I guess. But honestly, the whole writing his name and shit on the
Okay, that was
that's
gross.
the whole.
We didn't see that happen. And in Feast, we would have watched that happen.
No. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even talking about Feast anymore. I'm talking about the fact that I don't understand why he has a compulsion to crap all over the bathroom and then write his name in it.
He made art.
This is not.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Rachel.
He's like an old man.
He's not an old man.
He's like that's something an old demented, like an old man with dementia.
Oh, I thought you were meaning that Art was an old man. I was like, I don't think he's old.
No, just saying like that's like something like an 80-year-old man with dementia would do some shit like that.
Okay.
That's what that reminds me of, and it's gross. But that's not even the worst part.
He's got some parts.
Yeah. So.
But if you like gore, maybe Art is for you.
Yeah.
Art is not for Rachel. I got
That's
a little Art
not for
tattoo
me.
too.
He does.
Got that in Vegas.
With the sunflower sunglasses.
Sunflower sunglasses and the Santa.
And you were
hat.
so, but that's in the second one.
That's in the third one. Santa hat. In the third one.
Oh, the Santa hat is in the third
Sunglasses are in the second one.
Yes. But the first one is basically these two girls who went to a Halloween party, are too drunk to drive, so they go to a pizza place.
It reminds me of Casa Amici in Morgantown.
I don't know. Never been there.
The pizza place in Morgantown that you go to after you get drunk?
Never been there.
You have definitely been there.
I have not been there.
You probably just don't remember.
No, I drank twice in Morgantown.
What?
Yeah.
You and one of our friends went a couple of times.
Oh no, we always go get chicken.
From where?
Lanes.
What the hell is that place?
A really good chicken tender place.
This video is not sponsored by Lanes.
No, but anyway, so they go to this pizza place and that's where they meet Art. And Art is just mesmerized by who you think is the main female character.
What the fuck's her name? Allie?
I don't remember, honestly.
I'm looking it up. You can keep on.
And then, you know, they leave. They get their pizza. They leave. Art kills the two people working after he shits all over the bathroom wall. Um, and then so they walk back to their car and find that the tires are slashed. So the main female character, maybe it is Allie, I don't know, but her friend's name is Dawn. I remember that. But Allie needs to go pee, so she goes.
Tara.
Tara. Okay, Tara needs to go pee, so she goes into this abandoned building that is for some reason being cleaned by some janitor.
Being fumigated.
He was definitely cleaning the floors.
He was, but they said that they were like bombing the place, like
I don't know.
fumigating it.
But so she goes pee, and then basically her friend Dawn, the janitor guy, and the homeless lady.
Or the homeless lady that has a fucking baby doll.
Yeah, that she treats like a legit child. Like, this poor lady's definitely on some stuff.
Art kills the fuck out of him.
Oh, all of them, especially Dawn.
What does he do to Dawn, Rachel? Tell the audience what he does to Dawn.
Takes a saw, right? Is a saw?
It's a hacksaw.
A hacksaw. She's hanging upside down by her ankles with her legs spread apart, if you know where I'm going with this.
And what is she wearing?
Nothing. And he cuts her down the middle.
This is a part of a pending lawsuit, actually.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But it's not. It's more of, she said that she kind of felt pressure to get naked, I think, is what the thing was saying. Also, I don't think she was compensated as much as she was supposed to be. That's all that I know about the lawsuit. Please don't bring it up.
Right.
I'm not a legal expert.
Yeah, but yeah, if you want to know how I felt about that, go watch the short.
Yeah, Rachel, we filmed Rachel's reaction.
You filmed my reaction to a part in each movie, and it was awful.
It was always the scene, though. Like, you would be like, oh, this is the scene.
I honestly don't know if the third movie was the scene.
It was recreating the scene from the first one, so it might as well be.
In a way, I guess.
And also, they played the Christmas song during it, so it has to be.
But anyway, so yeah, she brutally dies.
Yeah, he saws her.
Saws her in half, yeah.
Think that'd feel good?
Oh, yeah, that would feel fantastic. Like a day at the spa.
I've never been to the spa.
Me neither. But, and then...
We should go sometime.
And then, what does he do?
Oh, you just ignored me.
I
did. Well,
what does he do to Tara?
Oh, when Tara escapes, we go through this whole stupid subplot. It's basically him chasing Tara around the whole movie. Tara gets the upper hand, is beating the shit out of Art.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think Art's going to, I don't know, do something. Well, he does. Reaches into his trash bag full of goodies. He's like, oh, what's he going to pull out? A chainsaw? Is he going to pull out a machete? Is he going to pull out another hammer? Or what? No. A fucking Glock pulls out. Bam! Just blows her away. Like, starts shooting her multiple times. Which a lot of fans did not like.
No, they did not.
Because it's not what a standard slasher would use.
But Art's not a standard slasher.
Wait, Art doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Art does what Art wants to do.
He kind of really does.
As we see in the third one, which was actually kind of hilarious.
Or all of them. He does all of them.
Yeah, but the one part I'm thinking about in this third one, yeah. Like, I was like, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so he does that. He shoots her, and then you're like, wait, I thought she was the main girl. I thought she was the girl getting interviewed at the very beginning of the movie. Because the movie starts with this horribly disfigured girl that survived Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I wish I was dead, and all this stuff. Nope, not her. Turns out it's her sister, Victoria.
Yeah.
Who comes to pick her and Dawn up. Unfortunately, Dawn and Tara have a case of the super dads.
Yeah, I don't think they're recovering from that one.
No, Dawn especially is not.
Yeah. And he gets Victoria and eats her face.
He's eating her face when the cops come.
And then he unalives himself. Because he was caught. He's like, I'm not going to jail for this.
Not going down without a fight, baby.
No.
The fight was between the gun and his mouth, and he lost.
He definitely lost. Or did he, though?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't lose because they take him to the morgue
Totally normal, like not supernatural guy, by the way.
Yeah, no, he's human at th- at
At this
first.
point,
Yeah. And then he goes to the morgue and some weird stuff happens and he sits up or something. And that's where it ends.
he grabs the guy by the throat.
Oh, the mortician. Yeah. Okay. He grabs the mortician by the throat, and that's where it ends.
And then that's where the second one picks up. Art kills him. Obviously, we meet this little girl who is in a clown costume.
Who happens to be one of the little girls that Art had killed in the past.
Yes, we find out in this movie that Art is the Miles County Clown,
Mm-hmm.
which is a serial killer moniker that he had when he was a human. Now he is not a human. And he had killed a bunch of little kids, and then obviously he killed Don and Tara.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how many other
And the
people?
pizza guy, and the janitor, and the homeless lady.
Yeah, who knows how many people he actually killed?
Yeah.
Um,
The most successful serial killer of all time.
well, maybe. But so he meets the little girl when he's in the laundromat. Again, talking about shit. She shits her pants.
Yeah. That. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, they it to show solidarity. She's like, I'm like you, because I just did this.
She's also just literally a little girl dressed up like Art the Clown. Is what she looks like.
Yeah, doesn't talk. Yeah, super creepy.
Horrible hygiene.
Yes, and you find out that she's actually a demon.
A demon. We don't find that out till the third one.
The glowing yellow eyes kind of give something away.
It does give it away, but I mean, we find out specifically in the third one. Also, only Art. We find out in this movie also that only Art, Sienna, and Jonathan can see this little girl.
Yes. Yeah, Jonathan sees her at school and in the van, and Sienna sees her at the Halloween costume party she's at.
Yeah. So we are introduced to probably of the 2020s the coolest final girl.
Oh, absolutely.
Sienna
She's
Shaw.
such a badass.
Sienna Shaw is Art's opposite. She is basically, based on my inference from the knowledge I have from the films, she is there to put Art down, basically.
Yeah, to be the savior to his evil.
Yes. She's the light, he is the dark. She is customizing a Valkyrie outfit. There's some killer like dubstep kind of music in this soundtrack on the second one. It's kind of awesome. I don't know what it is, but I'm like 5 over here like but so her father was a comic book artist who eventually goes insane. I think actually, you know what it was? He had a tumor in his brain.
That's what it was.
He gets a tumor in his brain, and then he becomes like he's like really sweet and caring to them, like before this, and then he becomes really mean to them. You don't see this on screen. This is all off screen.
Right.
Really mean, really abusive towards his family. He is the one that designs the Valkyrie costume that Sienna is going to wear to this costume party.
He draws it.
He draws it,
Yes.
and then she makes the costume.
Mm-hmm.
But he also, we find out when she finds the sketchbook that he drew Art the Clown.
Yes. Before
several times.
Yeah, before Art the Clown was ever a thing.
Yes. Well, before the public knew what he was.
Yes.
So there's a lot of like mysticism, kind of like Christianity, kind of like lore in the background that isn't super explained, but you can kind of you in this movie. There's nothing in the second one. In this movie, you can start to piece some of it together. The third one lays it out more, and then you can kind of go back and watch parts from the second one and go, "Oh, I see. This kind of like connects here. This kind of connects here." I kind of like that. It is definitely not for a mainstream audience for that reason because it's not a very clear cut story.
Yeah, no, the second one left me with so many more questions.
It's also super long. It's 2.5 hours long. Like Damien Leone needs an editor that can cut that shit down.
Yeah. But honestly though, there wasn't a ton of parts that I thought could have been removed.
Yeah, it kind of moves at a pretty brisk pace.
Yeah, the second one does. Although
I thought the third one was pretty fast.
Although they could have done without the whole killing of the best friend.
Oh yeah, what do you think of the best friend's death? They had to go back and reshoot that because COVID had just hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave them extra time, and Damien was like, "Ooh, I can put more stuff in here."
Oh, is that where the salt and the bleach came from?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, no.
What do you think of that
Wasn't a
scene,
fan of that
Rachel?
scene, Michael. Yeah, no, he brutally kills her best friend.
She didn't offer him any candy.
Yeah, no.
Break
And
the Halloween rules.
he was
Sam
very
from Trick or Treat would be proud.
I've never seen Trick or Treat.
We watched it together.
Did we?
Yeah. It's not the anthology movie with the little guy with the burlap sack mask.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
He followed the rules of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not.
You're right. But, I don't think I watched that.
We watched it together. We covered it on the podcast.
Did we?
No, we didn't.
I don't think we did, Michael. No, you definitely watched that by yourself.
No.
Yeah, because you were Trick or Treat for Halloween last year.
It was. Everyone loved it.
Yeah, we didn't watch it. Anyway, so, yeah, she.
Okay, we didn't watch it. You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You're right. That's right.
Uh-huh.
We'll do it next year.
Yeah, he brutally murders her best friend and her mom.
He doesn't brutally murder her. He just blows her brains out with a shotgun.
Well, no. The friend's mom.
Oh, the friend's mom. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The death of the first best friend that dies was very long and drawn out for absolutely no reason.
Oh, there was a reason.
No, because she would have died. There's no way she stayed alive as long as they made her stay alive. She would have gone into shock, at least, and passed out from pain or blood loss.
We're talking about an undead killer clown.
I don't give a shit. She was a human.
Rachel, it's Terrifier. We gotta have these scenes.
No, we didn't need the part with the bleach and the salt and ripping off of the face.
Damien, make the fourth one even more fucked up so we can mess Rachel up.
You're a little too late seeing as it comes out next month.
Next month?
Didn't you say it was coming out next month?
No, that was Terrifier 4.
Oh, I thought you said it was coming out.
Terrifier 4 we're watching next year when it comes out. We might even go to theaters to watch that.
No, I will not watch that in theaters.
Why?
No,
we can have popcorn.
Not.
Popcorn.
Not. You go watch it in
Cookie
theaters.
dough bites.
You're watching it in theaters. I am not.
Why?
I will not watch that in theaters. Michael, I can't even stand to watch it in my own living room. Look sad. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to theaters to watch that. No, I will be in the comfort of my own home when I watch that. If I watch it. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So, that could have just been taken out. And then, what happens after that?
Well, that's when he goes and kills Sienna's mom.
Yeah, because somehow their car ended up with toilet paper and shaving cream.
That was Art that did that.
Yeah, but like how?
He broke into their garage. She thinks that it's Jonathan. Then she goes out there to clean it up, and he blows her brains out. Then he kidnaps Jonathan.
That's
takes
right.
Jonathan to the Terrifier, which is a ride at the carnival. Not carnival, at the abandoned fairground.
Yeah.
Sienna is at a party with her best friend, and Sienna seems to be really enjoying herself, despite all the trauma that she's had with Art throughout the movie, with the nightmares, and all the just bullshit with her parents and her family.
Yeah.
But she's letting loose. She's wilding out, having a great time. And you're thinking, what the heck? Why is she having a great time, Rachel?
Because her friend popped her a Molly in her drink without her noticing.
Yeah, her best friend drugged her.
Yeah, literally drugged her. She's like, it was only half a pill. I took the other half.
And I was trying to make you feel better.
And then she's laughing. Oh, granted, she's on drugs, but she's like, I'm so pissed off at you.
If you have a friend and they're depressed, don't drug them.
Yeah, don't drug them. That's the opposite of what you should do.
If they ask to be drugged, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if they're not
talking about a friend who they're taking her to Jonathan at the park because
and she's like, you ruined my fucking night. Why would you do that?
Yeah, but then she also like her boyfriend's got coke and he's like, you want to try? She's like, no. Okay, give me a little bit. And then takes like a champ, like she's done
winner.
Before.
She's a real winner.
She dies, by the way.
They get to the Terrifier. Jonathan's there. Sienna and Art have their showdown finally. This is after 2 hours of build up.
Mm-hmm.
She loses at first, and then she like gets rebirthed in that pool. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she like falls into a hole and
In the pool, it's in a pool.
ends up
Underground.
in a tank.
Yeah, that's what it is.
In a tank filled with water, where she's seeing the funny cat
The clown cafe.
clown cafe, which
And
she
then,
had
like,
the dream about.
Then she sees the stuff like looking at the stuff that her dad drew. There's a lot of imagery there. It's almost like she like gets baptized and comes back to life.
Yeah, because she literally dies. Like she drowns.
She does.
And then she reaches down.
Gets the sword.
Yeah.
Kills the fuck out of Art. By kills the fuck, she chomps his head off.
Yeah. But does that kill him, Michael?
That's Terrifier 2?
But does that kill him, Michael?
As we'll find out in Terrifier 3, no, because there's a third one. But there is an end credits scene where Y2J, Chris Jericho, of all freaking people, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, is in a cameo as the one of the guards at a mental hospital where Vicky is staying. Vicky from the first movie. And he walks down, and then she gives birth to Art the Clown's head. He doesn't see that. The girl, the orderly, goes and sees it because that's the continuation in the third movie.
Right.
The girl goes to check on Victoria. Victoria has given birth to Art's head.
Yeah, because Art's head is not with his body.
Yeah, because Sienna cut it off.
Yeah, but like it then disappears and ends up in Victoria's body somehow.
And she gives birth to it.
Yeah.
But that's the end of Terrifier 2. That's Terrifier 2.
And then what happens to Terrifier 3?
Rachel, tell us what the cold open in Terrifier 3. It starts 5 years after Terrifier 2. Cold open. Very good Christmas movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10. Recommend. This has actually been added to me and your cousin's playlist for Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From Dusk Till Dawn and Terrifier 3.
That's cool. Good for you.
You're welcome to come watch this.
No, I'm good. I forget what happens.
With the family? At the beginning? The Christmas tree? The little girl sees Santa Claus?
Yeah. Okay, so this little girl gets up.
Cute little girl, by the way.
Christmas Eve. Yes, she's adorable. And she goes into her parents' bedroom because she's hearing stuff on the roof. And her mom, like, puts her back to bed. After the dad complains, she's like, put her to bed. I have to be up in 3 hours because it's like 3 a.m. So she puts her in bed, and then the little girl hears stuff again. So she goes downstairs, and sure enough, someone in a Santa suit is standing at the tree with a red trash bag.
It could be Santa Claus.
And was he pulling stuff out of it? Oh, he pulled the axe out. So she runs and hides while she's staring at Santa. And she's like, what's he doing? So he goes upstairs, goes into the brother's room, and you don't see anything.
But you hear it.
You hear everything.
You hear it squelches.
Yes. And then he walks across the hallway to the parents' room and brutally kills the dad. And then the mom is just standing there screaming and then runs out and runs to her son's room. No, she runs out, closes the door, stands at the door yelling for her son and her daughter. And I'm like, why are you just standing there? Run. And for some reason, Art can't open the door, so he's axing his way through it at first. And then she runs into the boy's room, sees his body all dismembered. And then that's when Art kills her.
Mm-hmm.
And then
kills the fuck out of her.
Yes. And then he goes downstairs and eats the cookies and drinks the milk that was supposed to be for the Santa's elves. Cleans the dishes.
He does wash the dishes.
And he's about to leave. He's so
girl.
close to leaving. And then she makes a noise because she's hiding in the cabinet.
And he goes.
Yeah, and, well, nothing shows, but you can kind of guess what happens to her.
Art's a mean bastard. That girl's dead.
Yeah, she's definitely no longer with us. And then he goes to a house where Victoria is, pulls up a chair in the attic while she's playing with rats or no, that was afterwards.
It cuts back. The security guard finds Art's body in the Terrifier. He kills the cop, takes his head, and then goes to the mental hospital where Victoria is.
With Art's head.
And Y2J, Chris Jericho, is walking down, sees her Art eating the girl's face. That was the chick that checked on him at the beginning,
Yeah,
or the end of 2.
The head is eating the face.
And then it's got like a
It's almost like an intestine.
intestine tract where it's like feeding Victoria, and she's like eating it through like the thing. Oh, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
And then she's like, "Help me, help me! He's forcing me to do it." And then he turns and looks. Art's decapitated his head there, just going, waving.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. And then Victoria attacks and kills the orderly. Oh, her and Art. Kill the fuck out of Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm. And
then that's when they go to the abandoned house. Art gets new clothes from some costume guy or some guy wearing a costume of his on the bus. They kill him off screen, I'm assuming, take his stuff. And then they go to the house. I'm assuming is Art's house when he was alive.
Yeah.
Because he recognizes it's like he's got a workbench down there with a bunch of fucking stuff in it.
Yeah. And he pulls up a chair by the window in the attic and sits down.
Sits there for 5 years. Victoria slits her wrists, and then she's in this nasty ass bathtub. Yeah. Nasty water. And yeah, so they hibernate for 5 years.
Yeah. Until some guys, because they're gonna tear the house down or something,
wakes them up. I think also this is also when Sienna gets out of the mental hospital because Sienna had been in a psychiatric ward for a while, understandably, because her mother was murdered, her brother was almost murdered,
and her two best friends
were brutally murdered, and she was murdered basically.
Yeah.
So she's in the psychiatric ward. She's getting picked up by her uncle, who she's going to be staying with. Her uncle, her aunts, and her cousin Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby is this little girl. Is probably like 12 years old. Looks up to Sienna like a hero.
Literally. And
Obsessed
Jonathan, we
She's
find
a fucking
out,
snoop too.
has been in college.
Jonathan has been in college. He's got a cool roommate, and he has a shitty girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, the most insensitive person that you could probably
She's the
meet.
Worst.
She's such the worst because she sees Jonathan and is like immediately like, oh my gosh, I'm such a fan, and his roommate is like, dude, leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk about it. She's like, me and my friend have this true crime podcast, and we go over your story every year. Could we do an interview? And he's like, dude, he doesn't want to talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
she's like, it's 20 minutes.
It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years. You think they get over it?
He's like, I don't think that's something you get over.
Yeah, no. She's such an insensitive bitch.
Yeah. It's because she's hot. She thinks she can get away with it. Rachel, you just verbally gagged.
I did.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Very proud of you.
Thank you. I guess.
But so Sienna is staying with her cousin and her aunt and uncle, and we see the PTSD kind of seep through with the scene where she sees Brooke again as a dead body, and it's basically blaming Sienna for her death. And that's definitely
definitely the personality of her friend, though.
It is the personality of her friend. I do think still though. I don't see. I want to see what they do in the fourth one. But part of me thinks that it's not her PTSD speaking, but it's the demon kind of like
messing with her,
worming into her brain,
trying to break her.
She's trying to break her so she can be inside of her.
Yes, that actually makes a lot of sense.
So these guys that are coming to tear down this house that Art had lived in, I don't know why it took them so long to do that, but they go to tear it down, and Art kills the fuck out of them. Victoria does some gross stuff with a piece of glass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's very
inappropriate.
It's a very sensual moment.
Honestly, all you hear is a sawing motion.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's really creepy. Oh yeah, and then Art's like, no, bad girl.
Yeah. very bad girl.
Yeah.
So Art they get back to working on stuff. Art makes a uh
Liquid nitrogen
like
fire
fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher. Yeah, he
Yeah.
tests it on the rats and kills them and stuff. Sienna and um, Sienna is still kind of dealing with a bunch of the trauma. This is where she goes and meets. No, not yet, because the scene next is when Art meets Santa Claus.
Yes. Yeah, he was super excited about Santa, and Santa.
Shoves those girls out of the way.
Yeah, and Santa was like, "This grown ass man."
He
wants to
played
come."
along with it
He
pretty
did.
well.
I give him props. He played his part. Unfortunately.
So Clint Howard and Santa Claus and some other guy are in there. Clint Howard is his friend. Um, and so they call him Clowny. They have him take a shot with him. Art spits it back out in the dude's face.
Yeah, because he's sitting on his lap.
He's sitting on his lap and he pisses on him.
Yeah, and that's when all hell breaks loose.
Then they go try to fight him, and this is when Art pulls his trademark Glock out, and it's not a Glock; it's just a pistol. But he pulls the pistol out, shoots
the
bartender in the neck, and then he shoots Clint Howard in the head.
Yes.
And at this point,
Santa.
Trisha was like, "I'm really glad that if I was him, I'd be really glad that he's just going to take the easy way out and not torture me." And I'm like, "Well, you spoke a little too soon."
Yeah.
Because the next scene instantly was Art tying this dude up.
After he steals his Santa suit.
Steals his Santa suit. He's just in his drawers. So he uses liquid nitrogen to freeze him, break off all of his limbs. Then he does the same thing to his face, rips the beard off so he can put it on his own face.
Yeah.
And then smashes his face in with a hammer, takes the carrot from the snowman, beautiful, and shoves it where the dude's nose is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of fake Santa Claus.
Yep. The first fake Santa Claus.
Oh. Well, no, the other one doesn't die.
No. That might be my favorite part of the whole movie, though.
So Art is now Art Claus.
Yeah, he even spray paints his trash bag red.
His trash bag is now red. So Sienna and Gabby are at the mall picking out clothes for Jonathan, and I guess the rest of their family. And then she freaks out because she thinks she sees him. Even he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But she knows it's him.
Yeah, because I mean, like, he's dirty and he's got the huge shoes and the fingerless gloves that are all red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they get out of there. This is when Sienna decides to go and see Jonathan. Art is doing his beautiful part as Santa Claus.
Yes. He, the real fake Santa decides to take a break. Mm-hmm. And so Art gets up there, sits down in his chair, and invites all the kids to come grab actual toys out of his bag, which surprised the shit out of me. I thought they were going to be grabbing hammers and shit out of there.
Oh, they're grabbing stuff.
Yeah, no, they actually grab toys. And then, everyone's realizing, like, hey, like, get out of there. But this little boy is rooting through this bag, and he pulls out a box. And I knew this was going to happen. He unwraps the box as his mom is looking for him. And he opens the lid. And boom. It blows up.
Kills the hell out of those little kids.
Oh my gosh, and Art was so excited.
As he should have been.
Yeah. And honestly, though, I was surprised, like, broad daylight in a crowded mall. Like, that, and he still doesn't get caught.
So bad.
Like, that surprised the shit out of me.
With the chaos you could have slipped away. There's a lot of shit, going on. Anyways, then Sienna goes and sees Jonathan. This is where it gets explained to us the whole thing about Jonathan been writing Sienna letters when she was in the ward, talking about how they have to kill the little girl because she's the demon that's controlling Art. So basically, the mythos that we get that we're kind of delving into is that there's this demon that's trying to come to Earth, and it has to take over bodies that are vulnerable. At this point, it's Art the Clown's victims. Mm-hmm. And she's raising Art from the dead as her proxy to kill people, and her ultimate goal is to take over Sienna's body.
Yes, because Sienna's strong.
Sienna's strong. She's also been chosen.
Right. And so it's kind of like a fuck you
To God,
to God.
basically.
Yeah.
So, so we learn all of this kind of mythology here. This is kind of like where you're like, if you're kind of confused by a lot of the stuff that's going on, it gives you a little neat like filler kind of explaining thing. So, but Jonathan doesn't really believe her. It doesn't
I don't
seem
think he wants to.
he doesn't want to. He's traumatized because he goes and takes pills afterwards.
And yes, fall asleep.
But so Sienna leaves. But she says that she's going to go dig up the sword that's at the Terrifier. Wish we would have kind of saw that scene on screen. It happens off screen.
Mm-hmm.
But she shows back up at her house, obviously with the sword wrapped up in a gift. She puts it behind the Christmas tree. Gabby is a snoop. She's already looked through her diary at one point. So you're thinking,
Yeah,
oh,
so
she's going to
Gabby
look.
knows everything.
Yeah, so well, she hasn't read it all yet at this point. She just read the first part. This is when the next scene is when we find out that she had read the whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
But so you're thinking, oh, she's going to look at the gift and see that it's a sword.
Yeah.
Which does work out for them. So this is when Art pays a visit to the college,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a really funny scene where Jonathan's roommate and his girlfriend are talking, and she's talking about how she's like talking about how he's a better serial killer than Jack the Ripper is.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, I wonder what he smells like, and he's like,
Yeah, it's actually that was a pretty funny part.
yeah. So
He's listening to their
he's
conversation.
sitting there listening to it, and she's like, I want to get like close eye to eye with him and see what it looks like in his eyes or something like that. And
He's like, I got you.
sealed the fucking deal right
I got
there.
you, yeah.
And she's like trying to like seduce her boyfriend into like, I don't know, trying to manipulate Jonathan into being on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So they go into the shower to have sex, and Art is peeing. He finishes his tinkle, grabs his chainsaw out of his bag, and then he proceeds to kill the fuck out of these kids. How does he do it, Rachel?
Using the chainsaw.
Yeah, what does he do?
So he just cuts up the girl like
He
doesn't.
fucks her face up.
Yeah, I guess.
Then he takes the sunglasses and
Yeah, but he makes her look at him.
Yep.
Because he's like, now you see what this feels like. Now you're welcome. Yeah. Well,
doesn't he boop her snoot too?
He does. He boops her right in the disfigured nose. But the boyfriend is on the ground because Art cut off his leg, and he's trying to crawl away, and he's on his stomach, facing away from Art, and Art takes the chainsaw, just goes forward.
Reverse of what he does to Dawn. To a guy.
With
a chainsaw.
It's the same thing, but it's different circumstances.
Yeah, no, you're right, but it's like a recreation of that.
Yes, not the reverse.
And we get the reverse gender.
Oh yeah. So they bring a little bit of that back.
Terrifier Christmas song starts playing. Art, very pleased with himself, very proud of his work, lays down and does the snow angel in the blood.
Yep, he makes the blood angel.
Very cute.
Very blasphemous. Because when he gets up, it looks like a little angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's a scene where the uncle is going to pick Jonathan up from the college because Sienna's freaking out because they saw the newscast.
And she knows it's Art.
So they pick up Jonathan, or he goes to pick up Jonathan. Art kills him off screen. And then the next thing we see is Sienna's coming downstairs and she hears her aunt and uncle talking about how they want to smother her in her sleep.
Yeah, because she had a bad dream.
Yes.
And woke up.
So they're talking about how they want to kill her because it'd be so much easier. You find out later it's not them, it's Vicky and Art. Her uncle has been crucified and his head is on the
top of the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm. They have her aunt tied up. They tie up. They tie up Sienna as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bird cage that's covered
with some newspaper.
Newspaper in the middle of them. And at this point, Vicky is talking all this shit about all this stuff. Also, there is an interesting flashback scene that when Sienna has one of their nightmares, it's about the forging of her sword.
Mm-hmm.
where it has like that angel like holding like a demon by like the throat
Yes.
while it's like forging the thing. That's kind of cool. That's like super metal, I think.
Yeah, it's like the angel. They needed the sword for Sienna, but it could only be forged by a demon.
Or that's just what they use to make it.
That's what I'm thinking. It can
But
only
like the
be.
angel's like holding it by the throat, like with like a chain.
You get it starts to growl at her, and the angel's like
It's
a
like
statue, and it comes to life, and it quit
it,
your shit, and then it just goes back to pounding metal.
yeah, and it's Sienna's sword that it's making.
Yes.
But so Vicky is talking all this shit about how she wants to be in Sienna's skin and like all this stuff. She's gonna take away everything that she loves. Uh, she's wearing a crown, basically the same crown that Jesus wore when he
Yes.
got crucified.
More
Symbolism.
FUs to God.
Um, at this point, she says that Gabby is with them right there, and she takes the stuff off the cage, and there's a bunch of rats around a skull.
Mm-hmm.
So her
So you can't tell who it is,
it's
but
but they
they
say it's
insinuate that it's Gabby.
that freaks out her aunt, and then she tells her aunt tells her to kill them both, kill
Mm-hmm.
them. At this point, um, what does Vicky use as a tube? Where does she get the tube from?
It's
Is
just
it
a
like the
glass
Hanukkah
tube
glass from the thing? Well, anyways, she gets a glass tube, she shoves it, or Art shoves it into her mouth,
down her throat.
down her throat, and then they take the rats, and the rats crawl down her throat,
Yeah.
and then Vicky slits her throat,
Mm-hmm.
and the rats pour out.
Yep.
And then we find out that she lied. Oh no, she says, "You're no savior. I'm going to take everything you love." And then she takes the crown off, puts it on Sienna's head, and then she said, "Oh, by the way, I lied. That's not Gabby." And then they pull Gabby out and they throw her on the ground. Gabby's there.
And then Art takes the skull, puts
Mm-hmm.
it up on the fireplace mantle, and when he moves aside, there's glasses on it, so you know it's Jonathan.
Yeah, and it like has a thing of Jonathan saying, "Love you, see you soon." I don't think that that's Jonathan though.
You don't?
No, I don't think they would have killed a major character like that off screen.
Maybe not.
I think that he's going to come back in the fourth one.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think he's too smart for him to have died. Like he was the one who like led Sienna to believe that she was the
That Vicky,
savior.
yeah, the demon behind Art is the thing that they have to
Right,
kill.
yeah. And that Sienna was the savior. So I think he has more of a part to play. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't show up in the fourth one
Yeah, I just don't think he's dead. I think it's just a random skull that they're using to fuck with Sienna
to break her.
to break her, because the whole goal is that they want to break Sienna so that the demon that's inside Victoria can take over Sienna. So she tries to do that, but then Gabby tricks them by saying, "I never got to give you your Christmas present."
Yeah, so Vicky being the fucked up person, well, the demon being the fucked up thing it is like, "Oh, well you should definitely open it."
And then she said she grabs the one that's behind the thing, it's the sword, and she's like, "Did you wrap this?" And she said, "Yes." Like, she ain't wrapping it.
because
She did rewrap
Gabby,
it.
yeah, she had snooped and she knew what it was. So she's like, "Well, you're going to have to open it with your own hands or open it
She
yourself."
asks if she wants to open it with her own hands.
Yeah, and Sienna says yes, and then Art
Beats the fuck out of her hands.
yeah. And so she's trying to like open it and he's beating her with a mallet the whole time.
Oh, also, whenever he like walks past her to get stuff and then comes back, he'll casually just smack her in the back of the head.
He really
Hilarious.
hates her.
Yeah, like it was funny though.
He's
Like
like,
how he randomly just smack her in the back of
oh
the head.
yeah. But then she pulls the sword out, beheads Vicky.
She does pull the sword out.
Oh,
Beheads.
we skipped the part where the demon tried to take over Sienna.
That's what I'm saying. She tried to, and then Gabby outsmarts her by saying, "I never got to give you your Christmas present after that."
Well, no, she was too strong.
Yes.
So the Vicky grabs Sienna by the throat and is trying to force herself, and like, so the Vicky's eyes are like red and yellow, and Sienna's her eyes red and yellow, and Sienna's eyes are like white. And then you see Sienna's eyes turn red and yellow, and you're like, no. But then Sienna pushes her out, or it out. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're a strong one." And then that is where the gift part comes in.
So what does she do to um
I got a cat hair in my eyeball.
what does she do to Vicky?
I said she beheads her.
Well,
Oh
she throws the sword at her first.
yeah. Okay, so she slits Art's throat, throws the sword at Vicky, and shoves
Shoves
takes
the
the
sword
sword
in her
out,
mouth.
and then she's like, "Let me know how this tastes," and shoves it in her mouth, and then cuts her head off.
And then she starts to disintegrate into the ground.
Yeah,
And then
as she's trying to kill Art.
she's trying to kill Art. She does get the upper hand on Art, but then the ground opens up into like hell, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
that was weird.
and Gabby is holding on for dear life, so she goes from almost killing Art or finishing him off to going to help Gabby, and then she looks up and Art's gone.
But Gabby falls into
Yeah,
hell.
because she uses the sword to try to help her up, like handle her first,
Yeah,
and so she's trying to pull her up, and then Gabby slips and falls. The sword and Gabby fall into this hellish dimension.
and it disappears.
It disappears. We also see the cuts that are on Cena's hand heal up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that is after that. That's the it for Sienna for this movie. We see Art get onto a bus where this lady is reading The Ninth Circle, which is the short film or the name of the short in All Hallows Eve that Art is in.
Mm-hmm.
And then his eyes are closed and his eyes just open up. And that is the end of Terrifier 3. That is it for the series until the fourth one comes out.
Yep.
I want to say these movies did a very rare thing for me that's pretty unprecedented in the fact that they get better with each entry. Like the first one, I would rate probably like if based on like our two rating reviews, I'd probably rate the first one like a 3 or a 4. The second one probably a 5.5 or a 6. I'd rate this third one an 8.
As
I
far as likability or
and
in
all of
all.
it, all of it.
Mm.
I think it'd be an 8. I think it's really strong. And I'm really impressed with it. I'm excited to see where the story kind of goes. Sienna Shaw is an awesome main character. She kicks ass, and she's not like the problem that a lot of movies have with trying to make girls like badass is that they do that, but then they make them cringy in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or in a way that's not believable. And this movie does it in like a perfectly natural and like beautiful kind of way.
Right.
She's not a perfect person. She's wrecked by trauma, but she's still really strong.
Right.
And I really like her character. I really like the trajectory that we have for that. Art is always a highlight in these films. I think he does a great job. Vicky was a better secondary antagonist, I think, than the little girl. The little girl played more of just a behind the scenes role.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just the demon getting stronger. But I'm curious to see where it goes. And the effects are top tier. The practical effects are amazing.
Yeah.
Oodles and oodles of blood. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Is all I'm going to say. Rachel, as you're going to hear, is not.
Yeah. So I will agree that they do get better. Um the story, if you take out all the blood and gore, the story's a good story. I just have a hard time with the copious amounts of it.
And that's going to be a staple of it every
Yes,
time
and
the
that
one
is
comes
the
out.
staple of the Terrifier series, and I understand that. Um, but so like how your overall ratings for the three would be what they were. I think mine would have been like a a 3, a 4, and a 6,
Okay.
and that's mostly due to production
Right. Okay.
because I think that they did, for the fact that there was very 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 minimal CGI used. It was very well done.
I agree.
The effects, the practical effects were very very well done.
I agree
Um,
100%.
it's just the freaking the 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 gore. Ugh, I can't. I can't. Not for me.
Don't worry, the next movie we watch will not be that gory.
Thank God. Which the next one we watch is our last one of the year.
We're going to do one more before the end of the year, and then we are taking January off. Now, during January, this means no podcasts. We're going to do a couple of shorts throughout January to keep the channel going and floating. We'll resume podcasts. We'll do 4 podcasts the month of February, which will be found footage, our found footage February
Yay.
series. After that, we're going to go into this hybrid kind of thing where we do a podcast every other week, and then we'll follow that up with a short video in between those.
Yeah.
It seems
We're not
like
sure how we're gonna do the shorts
yeah,
yet.
we're not sure how we're going to structure that yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get something going.
Yeah, because doing a podcast every week.
Yeah, I think we kind of established. We did a podcast every week for the whole year, pretty much. I think that I think 2 a month is good.
Yeah.
Maybe special occasions where we do something different, or we do more like February. We'll do more for that one. But other than that, we thank you guys for the subscriptions, the love, and the support, and the patience too with all of us. We are kind of just dumbasses when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Especially me.
Well, me too.
Yeah.
But we do thank you guys so much for listening.
Mm-hmm.
That is our thoughts on the Terrifier series as a whole. We'll see what happens with the 4th one. Stay tuned until our next video. Lots of good stuff coming out on the horizon too. Anaconda next week.
I'm excited about that.
Oh man, I'm so excited for that. We have to watch that. That's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, until next time, I'm your host Michael,
and I'm Rachel,
and we thank you guys for listening.